Hi, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those cross-watching. Welcome to your reading. In today's reading, we're going to take a look and see why is it that you and your person have crossed paths with each other. So we want to see what is the significance behind the both of you crossing paths. What is it that you're meant to teach each other, or what is the purpose behind the both of you, crossing paths? This reading applies whether you're with your person or whether you guys are disconnected, separated from one another. Okay, we want to see what is the significance behind the both of you coming into each other's lives and what are the lessons you're meant to teach each other. It is going to be a general reading, so if you're after a personal one, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address is going to be listed below the video. Otherwise, let's go ahead, give the cards a shuffle, and let's take a look. I want you to take a moment and just pause the video if you have to, and just maybe think about your person. Okay, I want to see what is the reason behind the both of you crossing paths. Okay, if this is someone who is at a distance from you, at the bottom of the deck you've got the Tower card, you've got the Three of Wands. Okay, so if this is someone who's at a distance, so if you're currently not with this person, if you're separated, if you're disconnected, if this is someone who's ghosted you, who's ended the relationship abruptly or prematurely, then I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's likely that the two of you will cross paths again. Okay, even if you guys are separated, divorced, or you're disconnected, at a discord with one another, it's likely that this is someone whom you will still hear from, or you will still see this person. Okay, you will cross paths with this person. Okay, I feel like this person is meant to play a role in your future. The connection has been a turbulent one. Okay, I see that this is someone who may have caused you a lot of pain, because you've got a lot of swords here, and swords are a weapon. This is someone who may have put you on this roller coaster of emotions, okay, where the highs were pretty high and the lows were pretty low. Okay, so someone who maybe has caused you a lot of pain, someone who's maybe has said things or done things that have hurt you. Not necessarily maliciously. I don't think there was a malice. I don't think there was malicious intent to do so. But, as the saying goes, the person, you can hurt the one that, you end up hurting the ones that you love the most. So I think there was a lot of lessons that have come from out of this connection, and some of these lessons have been very jolting. They have been very painful. They have been very uncomfortable. But I think some of these lessons, I don't think, and I don't know how to say this, I hope it doesn't sound insensitive, but I think some of the lessons could not have been learnt any other way. I think, maybe there were certain things about yourself that you had to discover. Okay, maybe there were certain things about yourself that you had to embrace. Certain qualities, certain strengths, or certain weaknesses that you had to discover, uncover, that were within you. And I think this person helped, harness that, helped to bring it out. You've got the infinity loop, infinity symbol that's appeared twice here, in the Two of Pentacles and then in the Magician. I think that this may just be your forever person, or I think that this person is someone who I think will always be in your life. Someone who, I think this connection is always going to stay, if that makes sense. Maybe, you know, you will always love this person, and you can love people from a distance, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that this is someone you're going to end up with, although for some of you that just may be the case. This could be the person that you end up with. This could be the person that you might get married to, you might get settled down with, you might settle down with, and you might grow old with, okay? For others of you, he or she may not necessarily be your happily ever after, but, you know, they will always love you, you will always love them, and they will always be a part of your life, and you will always be a part of theirs. And there will always be that connection. There will always be that, you know, connectedness that you share. So I do think that there's some of this is a connection that's going to last. It's going to stretch. I think there was something about this person and the experiences that you shared with them. I think they wanted you to see the truth of who you are, okay? And maybe that's something you've forgotten along the way. Maybe you've forgotten, you know, things. Maybe there were things about yourself that you had to discover that you didn't know, okay, that were hidden. Flaws that you had to embrace, insecurities that you had to work on, wounds that you had to heal, you know, weaknesses that you had to turn into strengths. Maybe you forgot who you were. Maybe you forgot your destiny, and you forgot what you were about, and you forgot, you know, what the things that you were seeking, okay, seeking to accomplish, seeking to do. And something about this person came, there's just something about them that taught you to remember, okay? Remember who you are, remember what your strengths are, remember, you know, what your mission is, what your life goals are, what your dreams are. I just think this person asked you to look at the truth of who you are. And there was just something about this connection, for as much of a roller coaster as it may have been, there was just something about it that felt very honest and very transparent. And maybe this is someone who, in many ways, something about the connection has asked you to be very honest about yourself, honest about the relationship, honest about the, you know, getting really honest and transparent with yourself. Speaking of honesty, they may not have always been honest, okay? And maybe because of their lies or because of their deceit, maybe this is something that you learned to appreciate, okay? Or maybe this is something that really highlighted just how much you value honesty and you value transparency in a person, in and out of a relationship. There was a lot of conflict in the energies, okay? And I think that sometimes there was a lot of resistance. Maybe you met each other with a lot of resistance. Maybe the both of you just, you know, maybe the odds were stacked up against you. Maybe the both of you just couldn't make it work. But I think there's something about this connection and something about this particular individual that I feel like it's almost like they redirected you in some way, or it's almost like you lost track of yourself and you lost track of where you were going, and they came into your life and, you know, they showed you, not necessarily showed you who you were, maybe they reminded you of who you were, or who you are, or who you're meant to be, and, you know, where you are and where you're meant to be going and where your destiny is. There's just something, I get this strong sense with the Six of Wands about direction, okay? Maybe you know, forgot your talents, forgot who you were and what you're made up of, and, you know, what your dream goals are, what your aspirations are. And maybe this person came into your life to help you harness that, okay, to help you nourish and nurture that. And I just get the sense of redirecting this person, them redirecting you or helping you with your direction, and, you know, not necessarily career-wise, but your life goals, okay, about, you know, your destiny, the destiny that's meant for you, the destiny that you're meant to fulfill. Trust is another big thing that I'm getting from out of this connection. And again, whether it's highlighted and, you know, illuminated to you just how much trust means to you and just how important it is to you, or how much you need to learn to trust yourself, okay? And maybe trust in yourself a little bit more, trust in the universe, trust in the divine timing and the synchronicity of events. Or maybe you just need to open up and trust people a little bit more, okay? Even if they're even if they're not necessarily telling you the truth, but it's about that sense of vulnerability, I guess. Letting your guard down as well, okay? Because a lot of you, maybe you've had your walls built up so high that it was near impossible for someone to climb over them, and this person maybe did that or nearly did that, and you know, they reminded you just how important it is to let your guard down, okay? Otherwise you'll forever keep people out, like stonewalling them. And you know, in dropping your guard down, yeah, you're, you know, opening yourself up to the vulnerabilities of love, but in having your guard up so high and having your walls built up so high, you're closing yourself to the wondrous possibilities of love. So I think this person taught you a lot about yourself, and as I said, even if the connection was a bit of an emotional roller coaster, I think that, and even if it was very brief, for some of you it was a little bit fleeting, I get a sense that it ended abruptly, I think that was very awakening, it was very jolting, it was very, yeah, awakening is the right word. And as I've mentioned at the start, if this is someone you've disconnected with, or if it's someone you're separated with, I do think you're going to hear from this individual again. I do think you're going to cross paths with this individual again, okay? Maybe not as soon as you'd like, but just remember, your timeline doesn't necessarily, you know, isn't always in line with the universe's timeline. So you just sort of have to be patient and trust in the universe and let it work its magic. And these are your messages, guys. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Bye.